This is a video I'm making for myself. If you're watching this and you get to the end, you're one of the few people that will know. This only matters to me, and I won't promote this or ask anyone to watch it unless they're specifically interested in knowing how I identify and why I feel this way. I've always felt like something was wrong with me. From the moment my school started separating girls and boys to give us education on how our bodies worked, I felt like I was being subjected to some alien process I didn't choose. The thought of reproduction, of my body being used up and broken to facilitate that, horrified me, and it still does. As soon as I was able to, as soon as I started receiving gynecological care, I started asking about sterilization. First time I asked, 17, I was told I'd surely change my mind. At 18, I'm far too young. My whole life's ahead of me. At 19, just because I haven't met the right person now, doesn't mean I won't ever meet them. At 20, hey, it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. 21, well, if you really want to pursue that, you'll need permission from a spouse. And that's the answer they've kept giving me. These are the things the doctor said to me when I tried to request my body be spared from this process. Spared from the stress and anxiety of worrying about something I adamantly never want to partake in, that I have known from the beginning I did not want to partake in. At the age of 23, I was in a long-term, committed, monogamous relationship, and my now ex-partner brought disease into the bed. HPV, one of the strains that can cause cancer. My pap smear showed very concerning results. I never thought I'd hear the words, "You might have cancer," at 23. When I went in for the biopsy, it was sickeningly painful. My blood adorned the room at the end. Thinking the worst was behind me, I went in for the results. Ah, you're young. The cells are indeed abnormal, but you'll bounce back. And if you don't, we'll catch it next year and make sure we get it all. Wait, doctor. No, I don't want to wait and see if this clears up. Can't you just remove the abnormal cells? Well, yeah, we could, but we only do that in cases much more advanced than yours. You see, if we cut out too much of your cervix, it might be too thin to hold a baby inside of you if you got pregnant. Again, my life meant nothing. My wishes meant nothing. I was horrified by my assigned gender at birth as soon as I began to realize what it meant. Way back in elementary school, when all the teachers were telling us how amazing the miracle of life was, and I only wanted to puke. Every time I went to the doctor, my words were belittled and ignored, because as far as they're concerned, it's not my choice if I get pregnant or not. In fact, the mere chance someone might want to impregnate me was enough for some asshole of a doctor to risk me losing my life to cancer. They went to school for years just to be able to sit in that room with young people and take choices from them, withhold agency from them. Nobody asked me what I wanted to be before I was born. And every time I questioned my identity, I was rudely told by others, authority figures, peers, even indirectly by the media, that I just needed to shut up and accept my lot in life. Well, fuck that. It's my identity. It's my life. The presence of some squishy, disgusting organs inside of me does not change who I am, nor does it dictate what I must be. I have always been a tomboy. I have always preferred pants. I have always played with Legos, Lincoln Logs, video games. I have always hung out with male peers and been seen as one of the guys. Most normal people aren't concerned with what's in my pants or inside of my body. And that's how it should be. I've even been accused of being assigned male at birth before because of the overly logical way I type. Oh yeah, internet trolls have accused me of being born with a penis, and they thought that would be an insult to me. It was so incredibly affirming, in a way. I have always felt more masculine. It took me years to begrudgingly accept my body and begin to appreciate my physically feminine aspects. At this point, I've become comfortable enough with them to embrace them to some degree, and even play them up sometimes, like by having an attractive and notably feminine image for my VTuber model. But I won't ever pretend that I was happy with my assigned gender again. I wasn't happy with it. I am still not happy with it. I identify as non-binary. Up till now, I only told my husband, a few of my closest friends, all of whom have kept it secret. I hope you'll forgive that secrecy. I am a creature of habit, so I prefer people continue to use she, her pronouns for me. I won't seek transition surgery. I won't be shoving it in people's faces, but I am done just hand-waving away my identity as cis, I guess. That's discounting all the hundreds of hours of me staring in the mirror, crying because my body feels like a prison I am stuck with, as a bunch of legislators make it law that people who are impregnated, by will or not, must stay as such, threatening even to outlaw long-term birth control like the kind I use, taking that ever so intimate and essential control away from me and many others, keeping it away from millions. Even though I've been begging for that control for years, even before I was an adult, others have certainly begged too. When I look at how bad I feel about this, and feel the weight of remembering every time someone told me I couldn't or shouldn't do something because you're a woman, I realize how senseless this whole system is. I began seriously questioning my gender at 12, when I first learned that gender wasn't set in stone. My peers at the time rudely told me, "Shut up, you wouldn't question it if you're trans, you'd know." And I didn't know, beyond a doubt, so I dropped it. I thought this is probably something everyone goes through, and I minimized my own discomfort because otherwise how could I go on? I had to tell myself it was nothing. And I just kept telling myself it was nothing. For 20 years. Nobody deserves that. Nobody deserves that repression. Nobody deserves this fear. Nobody deserves this inner turmoil without answers. Nobody deserves this hate based on bad RNG for your base set of organs. Nobody. Least of all children. Support trans and gender non-conforming kids. Protect them. It's our job to give them more choices than we had, not less. To give them more freedom than we had, not less. Encourage them to question what it means to be male, female, non-binary, even human. It's through discovering ourselves that we flesh out and develop our perspectives. And it's only through sharing those perspectives with one another that we can grow as a whole. It's through questioning our reality that we can explore and define it. We must listen. We must be allies to those who need us. We must stand against intolerance and step up to anyone who would try and shove people into some stupid fucking checkbox based on whether they want us to be a worker or breeding stock. It's nobody's body but yours. It's nobody's life but yours. Your identity, too, is yours. Be the best, whatever the hell you want to be, that you can be. And be excellent to each other. Wasn't an easy one to record. From the time that I wrote it until the time I recorded it, it was almost a month. I'd made numerous attempts. None of them really turned out well. Thanks for sticking with me, Zombies. If you'd like to hear me when I'm not fired up about something, you're always welcome at my Twitch streams, as long as you're willing to be polite. Please check the description for relevant links, including my card, where you can find all my socials and additional ways to support the channel, like Patreon. An extra $3 to $6 a month might not seem like much, but it helps me out tremendously. Your feedback is always welcome, but excessively rude comments will be sacrificed to an ancient god on the next blood moon, so please be aware of that.